My name is Marcus. This happened in the summer of 2022 when I was 26 years old. I was living in Portland at the time, working for a tech company that left me completely exhausted. Months of office routine had turned me into someone I didn't recognize anymore. I decided I needed a break. Not a normal vacation, but something that would take me completely out of my comfort zone. I chose Olympic National Park in Washington. Not the main trails where tourists take photos, but a backcountry area that required special permission.
All right, Washington, finally made it. Let's find a place to crash.
I had enough camping experience to handle myself alone, so I didn't see a problem with it. The hike to my camping spot took about 5 hours. It was midweek, so I didn't cross paths with anyone along the way. The silence was exactly what I needed. I found a perfect clearing near a stream, set up my tent, and spent the rest of the afternoon organizing my camp. Everything was going well. I made a small fire, ate my freeze-dried meal, and sat there watching the sky darken. Must have been around 10 at night when I decided to sleep. I woke up in the middle of the night. I don't know what time it was exactly because my phone had no signal and I hadn't brought a watch. What woke me was the silence. Sounds strange to say, but the silence was different.
Where are you?
Heavier. I lay in my tent, listening. Nothing. No crickets, no wind in the trees, no sound from the stream I'd heard all evening. Just absolute silence. That's when I heard the footsteps. They weren't animal footsteps. They were slow, deliberate, clearly human. Someone was walking around my tent. Not fast, not hiding. Just walking in circles, as if inspecting. My heart raced. I was completely alone out there, miles away from anyone else. I thought about shouting, asking who was there, but something stopped me. Some instinct told me to stay quiet. The footsteps continued for maybe 2 minutes, then stopped. I waited in the dark, holding my breath, waiting to hear a voice or some movement. Nothing. Eventually, I fell asleep again, though lightly.
Anyone?
When the
Is
sun
anyone out
came
here?
up, I stepped out of the tent immediately.
Hello?
The first thing I did was look around the area. There were no footprints. The ground was wet from overnight condensation, so there should have been
Something was
marks
here. Look at this indentation in the moss.
if someone had walked there. But there was nothing. I was confused, but decided maybe I'd dreamed it or imagined it. The brain does strange things when you're alone in the middle of nowhere. I spent the day exploring the area, swam a bit in the stream, tried to relax. But the feeling of being watched wouldn't leave me. Several times during the day I turned around quickly, convinced I'd seen movement in the corner of my eye. There was never anything. That night I was more alert. I went into the tent early and lay there listening. Around midnight, the silence returned. That same unnatural silence. And then the footsteps started again. This time I was prepared. I grabbed my flashlight and in one quick motion unzipped the tent and turned on the light. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. But the footsteps didn't stop. I could hear them clearly, circling my tent, but there was nobody there. I turned off the flashlight and went back inside. The footsteps continued for a few more minutes and then stopped, exactly like the night before. The next morning, I decided it was time to leave. I started packing my things. And that's when I noticed it. On the tree closest to my tent, about 10 feet away, there was something hanging from a low branch. It was my t-shirt. The same t-shirt I'd worn on the first day and left drying on a rock near the stream, about 60 feet away. It was hanging strangely, with the sleeves tied around the branch, as if someone had placed it there deliberately. What really disturbed me was the height. The branch was about 8 feet off the ground. There was no way it could have blown up there with the wind.
Quickly.
I grabbed the shirt and threw it in my bag. I finished packing everything in record time. As I hiked back down the trail, I couldn't stop looking behind me. I didn't see anything.
Is someone there?
But the feeling of being
there?
followed stayed with me the entire way.
I hear it again. It's time to face this. Let's go.
It's been 2 years. I've never gone camping alone again. And whenever someone asks me about that trip, I just say it wasn't for me.
It was fine.
I don't mention the
Nothing
footsteps
wrong.
or the
You're right,
shirt.
It wasn't fine.
Because if I mention it, I have to admit it really happened. And I prefer to keep doubting.